Once again, it's Monday. Once again, it's time for magic. Thank you for joining me here at Homebrew MTG. Let's get cracking these packs. Yes. Alrighty then. So, we still haven't seen a mythic. Where is that mythic? Shout if you see one. Right. Let's find out what our first pick from this booster pack will be. First up, we have Forbidden Friendship. Create a 1/1 red dinosaur creature with haste and a 1/1 human soldier creature token. Fine, if you're in the non-human and human build, this will do you just fine. Spontaneous Flight. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end turn. Put a flying counter on it. Neat enough combat trick, and give some of your creatures evasion, so not too bad. Definitely in the consideration out of the two cards already. Up next we have Night Squad Commando. When Night Squad Commando enters the battlefield, if you attack this turn, create a 1/1 white human creature token. The big fella sounds hungry. Let's send him to bed without supper. Nice flavor text, but that's pretty much it. It's going to be a combined power and toughness of 3 power and 4 toughness, so not going to be that great for 3 mana. No, thank you. The Almighty Brushwag. Now this is a decent sleeper card. Do not underestimate the Brushwag. Can be boosted to turn it into a big trampling creature. It's definitely going to be one of my considerations. Thieving Otter. When it deals combat damage to a opponent, or not even combat damage, so if you manage to turn it into a pinger, maybe Porky Parrot, it will draw you a card. So out of the cards that we are considering, also I wouldn't say that it's better than those. A solid but uninspiring card. Next up, Tentative Connection. This spell costs 1 less if you control a creature with menace. That's going to be quite rare because I think there's only I think it's around 10 creatures with natural menace in this set. Otherwise you're going to be paying for an act of treason effect, which isn't really worth it unless you can sacrifice it. Cloud Piercer. This is pretty nice, giving it reach and a little bit of extra card draw if you have a dead card in your hand. Definitely a consideration. And Migratory Greathorn. Whenever this creature mutates, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. In our pre-release edition of our pack openings, we had 3 of these, and I rate it quite highly. So we do have quite a few considerations, and they all, or most of them, seem to be mutate targets. This is also an expensive mutate target, but I'll move my finger, but you can flash it in, and the +1/+1 counters, they stick around on your mutate creature, making it bigger and bigger, which means it doesn't matter whether you put it under or over your card, giving it some nice flexibility. Not going to be our first pick though. Fully Grown. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Put a trample counter on it. Neat combat trick, but it's quite expensive. It's not going to be better than the other cards available. Okay, on to our uncommons. Humans you control get +1/+1. Pay 2, tap 2, untap humans you control, tap target creature and opponent controls. This is fine. You have to have it in a human build, otherwise it's not going to do you that much damage. However, it can do a lot of work if you are in that particular build, but we definitely won't be picking it first. Next up, we have Auspicious Starix. So, a lot of text on this one. Whenever this creature mutates, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile X permanents, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Put those permanent cards onto the battlefield. It's nice that it counts all permanents, so it could be lands if you're a little bit mana screwed, or if you're in the business for a creature, then you can just put that onto the battlefield. Scales really well and has potential to be extremely powerful if we're in that mutate deck. Okay. Oh, another card. Another mutate card. Regal Leosaur. When this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +2/+1. Probably the least impactful because you have to have lots of other creatures guaranteed to push home this damage, and out of the other cards it's not going to make that much of an impression. Onto our rare, we have a Sliver Wisp. Very nice. So when you cast another spell that has flash, you draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. Flash itself. So this one isn't too bad. It has to be in that flash build, and having those 2 black mana pips is quite restrictive, especially if you're able to splash. But I don't think that will give us a better option based on the cards that we already have. I'm veering towards the Auspicious Starets because I have been in many games. If you are in that dedicated mutate deck, mutating this 2, 3, 4 times, you can get a hell of a lot of card advantage. Yes, these ones are fine, but if we are wanting to go all in on our mutate deck, Auspicious Starets would be the one that I would go for. Once again, thank you for tuning in for Magic Mondays. We'll see you next week for some brand new pack openings and discussion to see which card is the best. Homebrew MTG is providing you, the viewer, a chance to win a fantastic prize. The prize on offer is a booster box of, you guessed it, Core Set 21. And all you have to do to be entered in this fantastic giveaway is to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and share as far as wide on the internet as you can. The bottom 2 will be the fastest way to help the channel grow, so they will be greatly appreciated. That's all from me from Homebrew MTG. I hope you're as excited as me to get your hands on some Core Set 2021. Until the next time, cheers.